that then leads to the question of what is the Elizabeth line? What is that? Elizabeth line. Elizabeth line, aka Crossrail, as the civil engineering project was called that delivered the Elizabeth line. Also, as RailNatter viewers, long-time RailNatter viewers will know, Thameslink 2. Crossrail. It is £26.4 billion worth of railway project in today's money that delivered lots and lots of trains, lots and lots of high-capacity railway service through I think it's about 73 miles total of railway, but with central section tunnels. But having spent that 26+ billion quid in today's money, 20 billion in about pretty much 20 billion in 2018 pennies. This is the problem. This is the big problem, which is that Crossrail took the approach of building within the central section high platforms, so 1100 millimeter high platforms. A bit of detail here. So this is, London Assembly Transport Committee leader Caroline Pidgeon says non-standard height platforms on the central section of the Elizabeth line in London will make journeys unnecessarily complicated and burdensome for those with disabilities. A Department of Transport spokesman told Rail that Crossrail did not receive a derogation to build the platforms at a different height to the national standard, but confirmed that the Secretary of State for Transport, issued a dispensation under Regulation 46 of the Railways Interoperability Regulations 2011 in order to build the platforms higher. This meant neither the ORR nor Transport for London needed to be consulted about the change. Yes, interesting. Now, why was 1100 millimeters selected, this higher platform? Incidentally, about the same height that the Thameslink central section platforms were built at. So similar design logic. This is coming from a similar place. Partly because there was already a precedent for this high platform position on Heathrow Express and therefore in Heathrow's tunnelled stations, which would be used by the Crossrail services. But that's not really a justification. That was also an incorrect decision made. And why was that decision made? So that's a few platforms that could have been corrected for a minimal amount to build the rest of the system to be compliant with the rest of the national network. Therefore, avoiding the problem that we're about to see momentarily. Well, because the Aventra here, seen here, as you can see, this is a Class 345. This thing, or rather, as you can see, it's not, is it? It's a networker. Is the same design. The Aventra is the same design of train that British Rail, Braille had been developing and delivering for multiple decades. It's pretty much exactly the same thing, really. Lots of bogey updates and blah blah blah. But ultimately, the vehicle profile and the whole thing, the design of the train was based on an existing enormous fleet. The networkers and then the Electrostar fleet, all sort of the same long running family of trains, and built with the standard floor height, as many trains have in the UK, of about 1100 millimeters above rail level. And rather than challenging that, as we found out subsequently with Stadler providing trains that have a low floor to match the platform height, rather than challenging that, it was the accepted wisdom that, to deliver level boarding, you have to raise the platform. So anyway, 11th of May 2018, sure enough, we can see here from the in the exemptions and decisions section of the DFT website, one of those dispensations, Crossrail Limited Infrastructure and Regulation 46 dispensation against the notified national technical rule for platform heights granted. So there we go, job done. Whoops. And so the result is that you have the wonderful-ish, fairly decent level boarding in the central section tunnels, as you can see from the top there, at one end of the spectrum, and you might, as a passenger, get on expecting that to be the same across the whole system, when actually you might find yourself in the conditions as the woman at the bottom here, stepping up from Platform 4 at Ealing Broadway with an enormous, totally unacceptable platform train interface to get onto 345. The most extreme example of the inside of a curve combined with the Great Western's generally lower platforms. And also the intransigence of central government and the London's mayoral transport authority not paying to correct these platforms at all, just accepting that they are what they are. Tough luck. Not good enough. So what does this actually mean materially? So here is the Crossrail network as it is today, and here is how much of it is actually accessible. Because just having a step like that means that you cannot travel independently, means that the system is not fully accessible, means that it is of the 20th century, not of the 21st century. A reminder that we've been doing level boarding for decades, so actually even that is a bit cheeky. So yeah, a vastly reduced scale of network there, you can see. Abbeywood, by the way, shows that it's not fully step-free from train to street to train, but actually is for Crossrail. It's just that the two... Well, we'll get there. We'll talk about that. So that's the reduction of the network that comes from this decision.